Hello and welcome to the commentary box. I'm a very, very happy England fan right now. This is the review of the Colombia-England game last night. I went out with my friends once again and we watched the game together and completely over the moon, not just to win the game but to win on penalties. I think this is the first time ever England won on penalties and the first time we won a knockout group game in, I think it was 12 years, I think it was. Really, really amazing. Just sort of run through the game. I thought we had a really, really strong lineup, sort of identical, I think, to like sort of Tunisia lineup we had. A really good, strong team. I thought we played okay the first half. I think so did Colombia. No one really had that many amazing chances. I think the Colombia team was good. It wasn't amazing, but they did have a bit of threat when going forward. The likes of Falcao, Cuadrado, Quintero. Even though James was injured, they did have some good players. And then we sort of obviously had our attack force of Kane and Sterling. And Sterling, I think he's been quite unlucky this tournament. He hasn't really found his feet. He hasn't really been playing incredible football. He is doing well, but he's not doing amazing. So it'd be interesting to see if Southgate sticks with him again. I think it was good for him to stick with him for this game because I think he's a good player and he's got quality. And I think having that faith in him will definitely help. If we didn't play him, I think it could maybe make Raheem feel as if he's not as good as he should be, and it could just be knocking him confidence rather than trying to encourage him and giving him talks and giving him some game time, which I think he deserved. I think also throughout the second half of the match we started to play a little bit better. Obviously we got that penalty from Harry Kane. I thought Colombia were quite dirty in the way they play, giving away lots of fouls. I know there were quite a few English players like Maguire and Trippier who did sort of fall over very easily or fell over without contact, but in some ways when they did, obviously I'm going to be a bit biased because I'm an England fan, but I felt like when the Colombians players sort of fell over, more like exaggerated it, they'd fall over, they'd roll around, they'd be screaming to the ref. When, for example, when Maguire went to pass the ball in the box, and then he fell over without any contact, he put his hand up straight away and was sort of like waving his finger saying no, like it's not a penalty or anything. Whether that was because he dived and thought, oh, I felt bad, or whether the fact he just sort of went to just flick his leg in just to quickly pass it and pull out, who knows? But the same with Trippier, that he just went down on the floor. It was obviously they're both bad, but I think it was different. I think you'd have to look between it, and I think Colombia just sort of maybe had that as a game plan. They were holding players on corners. Once again, another penalty and another goal for Harry Kane. Have been playing amazing in the World Cup so far. He's got another goal, another penalty. He's scored like every time he's been captain. Got 6 goals in the World Cup. He's only played 3 games. Remember, he wasn't played in the Belgian game. He was rested for this one. So it really was a really good game in terms of sort of the what's the word for it? Not the improvements as well as sort of the achievements, really. The achievement of the English team, like to get this far in a World Cup, has been very good. We haven't done it for a while. To win on penalties has been very good. Harry Kane to score as many goals as he can has been very good. We can look across the pitch. Maguire had, I thought, a really, really good game. He's so strong in the air. Every free kick we get is aimed at him because we know how dangerous he is. And obviously it's an obvious tactic. And the other teams who try and counteract this still can't really. So it just shows his real quality going through. And hopefully he should have a really, really good season at Leicester next year as well. The likes of Pickford in goal, I thought he played quite well as well. Made 2 outstanding saves, one near the end of the game in the second half, and obviously the penalty save, which was good. Just to go on to obviously them scoring as well, it was annoying. Literally, if there was someone else but Trippier, they're probably the smallest man on the pitch, we probably wouldn't have scored. But Colombia was a good header. They did play well. I don't know if they deserved the goal. I think that we were quite equal to them. Obviously, we just got the penalty through the foul. So we'll see. The only thing that worry with me with England is we're not scoring from open players much. I'm not seeing Harry Kane turning and shooting and Sterling getting some goals and good crosses. You know, it has been penalties and corners and free kicks, which is fine. You know, we can get so far in that, but I think in the big games where maybe we won't get those opportunities, we've really got to start scoring. I think Sweden will be a great opportunity to do that. Which is on Saturday, by the way, at 3 o'clock. I'm gutted because I believe I'm working that day, which will be the only day that I will miss the game. But fingers crossed if we do get through, obviously. So we could look at our route. Let's sort of have a little recap. So obviously we played Tunisia in the first game. We just got that 2-1 win. Then we played Panama, and we thrashed them 6-1, very comfortable. Belgium, didn't matter a result, we just were worried about the knockout game, really. I don't really care who we had in a knockout game, we just had to do well in it. And we did, we won that knockout game as well, on penalties, we're on to Sweden in the quarterfinals. If we do get through, we've got Russia or Croatia in the semi-finals, and then in the final, if we get that far, we have Uruguay, France, Brazil or Belgium. It's been really good, it did keep me on my toes. I think in terms of the added time today, I don't think we played very well at all. I don't think Colombia played that amazing either. They did play well, but I thought we played quite poor. And it wasn't the likes of fitness that was really coming on, but I just think it was sort of like that upsetting and unsettlingness from conceding a goal so late on in the game, that when it did come to added time, you know, Colombia were up for it. You know, they really wanted it. They got a lot of passion, South Americans, you know, a lot of spirit, things like that. They did definitely help them in those minutes. But we got the win. I think we could look at it many ways and take many sort of positives out of it, and sort of record-breaking moments. But I think we've got to focus now all on Sweden, and we should do very well. And I think Southgate's done a good job so far. I'm very, very pleased with the result of the game. So we should be okay. I think looking at all of them, obviously I think on paper Sweden will be the weakest team, and then it could be us, possibly Russia. But no, it's going to be hard from now on. You know, I think even Sweden will be a very difficult game. I think it'll be as hard as Colombia in a way, because they are a team with a lot of passion, a lot of fight. You know, they did beat Switzerland, who I personally thought would win that game, but I saw the game, it was a little bit lucky. But you know, if you look at their group stage matches as well, they've done okay. But I'm more onto that on my Sweden previous. Yeah, a bit of a longer one today, but obviously a lot of excitement, lost my throat a bit from all these celebrations. It was a very, very good night and history for England, and everyone's absolutely buzzing from it. So yeah, it's coming home, boys, coming home.